G'day guys, how's it going? I'm Aaron Whitnall. This is ACW Sport, and here are my predictions for week 30 of the 2017-2018 Premier League season, starting with the mammoth tie at Old Trafford between Manchester United and Liverpool, a game which we know is going to be all about tactics. Liverpool, all-out attack. United, as we know, got very good in defence. And when they met earlier on in the season, it turned into a game of sheer frustration because Liverpool couldn't get through the Man United wall. United did create one big opening through Romelu Lukaku. He couldn't take it. And in the end, the game ended 0-0 and was a bit of a snooze fest in the end. But that's what United seems to be good at doing. They seem to be good at nullifying Liverpool's amazing attacking prowess. And because of it, you get very close, tight games. Now look, it's at Old Trafford. The only team to beat Manchester United at Old Trafford in recent years is Manchester City since Jose took over. He's got a fantastic record at home. United seem to be more offensive at home, and Old Trafford has turned into the fortress that it once was once again. Because of that, I don't see Liverpool winning. However, at the same time, I don't see United winning this game either. I really wanted to go for a high-scoring 2-2 draw, maybe even 3-3 if I was being really optimistic. But sadly, because of the fact Liverpool have cut out their mistakes, United are tight, even though they do make mistakes, and the fact obviously got David De Gea in goal, I can't see it being a high-scoring game. So I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford. I'm going to back Romelu Lukaku to score for Manchester United and Mo Salah to score for Liverpool. That's how I see that game ending. Now on to the 3 o'clock kickoff, starting at St James's Park, Newcastle hosting Southampton. And I honestly think that this could be a massive game for Newcastle. Southampton, as we know, struggle to score in front of goal. And because of the fact that it's going to be in front of a roaring St James's Park, I'm going to back Newcastle to win 2-0. And I'm going to back Dwight Gale and Matt Ritchie to get on the score sheet for the 2. Then Everton, they host Brighton at Goodison Park in what is a massive game for Sam Allardyce. Even he has started to admit that he is under pressure. Brighton, they come into this game off the back of a very good run. As we know, they upset Arsenal last week. But because it's at Goodison and Brighton's away form is different to their home form, I think Everton are just going to edge this. So I'm going to go 2-1, and I'm going to back Sigurdsson and either Rooney or Walcott to score the goals for Everton. And Glenn Murray, you have to back him at the moment because he's on such a good goal-scoring run to score for Brighton. So that's how I see it ending at Goodison. Then to Huddersfield, they host Swansea in what is a very intriguing game, because as we know, Huddersfield have got such a good home record. And I would have backed Huddersfield to get a win here, but if it wasn't for the fact that Swansea have been unbelievable since Carlos Carvalhal took place. So because of this, I don't see either team losing. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw in this game. I'm going to back Moya Mounier to score for Huddersfield, and I'm going to back the Ayew brothers to score a goal each for Swansea and the points be shared. Then to West Brom, they host Leicester in a game that, again, I just don't see West Brom winning. I think there's too much that's gone wrong for West Brom this season. They're not high on confidence. Leicester need the 3 points in order to close in on Burnley, especially after Burnley picked up a win last week. They'll want to try and push Burnley all the way to finishing almost like top of that table that's below the top 6. And I think they'll get a win here. I'm going to go 2-0 Leicester. I'm going to back Mahrez and Vardy to score for Leicester in that game. West Ham, they then host Burnley at the London Stadium in a massive game for David Moyes. He, like Sam Allardyce, also under pressure now because West Ham have started to creep back down the table again. Burnley, they picked up their first win in 12 games when they beat Everton at the weekend. Spit it out eventually. But despite not winning in 12 games or before that, they still find themselves sitting 7th in the Premier League table, and they don't concede many goals. They also don't score many goals either. So because of that, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game. I'm going to back Ashley Barnes to score for Burnley, but I'm going to back Arnautovic to score for West Ham. Then Chelsea, they host Crystal Palace in the late kickoff on Saturday. I'm just going to go for a fairly comfortable 2-0 win to Chelsea in this game. I'm going to back Giroud or Willian and Eden Hazard to score for Chelsea in that game. I just think Palace still with injuries. Away form's nowhere near as good as their home form, and it's Chelsea at home. You know, it's fairly rare that Chelsea do lose at home. Albeit there have been 1 or 2 surprises, obviously, this season. Then on to Sunday, Arsenal, they host Watford in the first of the Sunday games. And Arsenal picked up a massive win in Europe during the week. They beat AC Milan in the San Siro, who, before Arsenal gone, they hadn't lost in 12 games. So it was a very big win for Arsenal. Will help to restore their confidence. But, you know, Watford gave Arsenal a really good game earlier this season and obviously beat Arsenal. I think the score's going to be reversed this time. I'm going to back Arsenal to win 2-1 at the Emirates. I'm going to back Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan to score for Arsenal. I'm going to back Troy Deeney to score for Watford. Then Bournemouth host Tottenham in the 4 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. And again, I just see this being a very, very tight game. Bournemouth, as we know, have been pretty decent the second half of the season. They are pretty decent at home as well. Even if they do go a couple goals down, they do tend to fight back. We saw that against Newcastle recently. However, I think Spurs will just have too much quality for them. So even though I think Bournemouth will take the lead through Callum Wilson, I think Harry Kane will score twice and Tottenham will run out. Oh, sorry. Kane will score, but also Dele Alli will score as well. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Tottenham in that game. And then finally on Monday night, Stoke host Manchester City. And a game that I can only see going one way. I think City will run out 4-0 winners in this game. I'm going to back Bernardo Silva, Leroy Sané, Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus to score for Manchester City. And that is how I see the Premier League shaping up this weekend. So please, comment below, let me know. Do you agree with my predictions and what I've had to say? Always interested to find out what your predictions are, so please comment below and let me know. As always, I'm Aaron Whitnall. I'll be back next week with obviously my Premier League review and more Champions League videos, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel for them, and I will see you guys again soon.